Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. We are, it's nice out today. Got the nice white, happy little clouds fluffing around in the sky. And, sorry, I gotta take my corduroy shirt off. It's getting to be too hot. Anyway, like I was saying, and let me stop the vehicle here for a moment as I take this shirt off. There we go. We got one sleeve, and we got another. Okay. There we go. Completely topless. Okay, so we're traveling along, singing a song, and it's warm. It's 71 degrees. Actually feels warmer, but who knows? Who knows? Hello, Peter. How are you? Yeah, the trees are starting to pop. Not all of them, but a good deal of them are. Barbara, how are you? Eric, hello. John. Yeah, the drive got very real. Very real. Very fast. So we're just going to do a quick little drive today. James says, Matt, great interview last night. Thank you, James. I have to say, I think that's my favorite one. I think it's, wait, is this Bob here? This guy is making it all up. He doesn't know a word about this battle.
Don't tell them that.
Well, believe it. Believe you me.
Podcast listeners? Yeah. On your way back to Ohio, look up Addressing Gettysburg. This is Matt Cowdery.
Greatest one you'll ever hear.
He is the golden voice of Addressing Gettysburg.
Right. Sucker podcasters call me sire. So.
And he's full of more bullshit than you know.
Bob, you're in uniform. Oh, Jesus. Thank you. Have a good one. Thank you, guys. All right. Sorry about that, folks. Sarah, there's no, not tonight. What's today? No, today's Wednesday. Tomorrow is AG Today. Gene, what book are you guys doing in the book club? David says, brand new to Patreon, I want to ask 8 questions. Oh, God. We're going to get into a question pissing contest here, I think, where people are going to try to outdo 6 questions. You know, it's not the number of questions. It's the quality of questions. 6 questions asks 6 quality questions. That's the trick. That's the trick. And the beauty of what 6 questions does is he knows the answers. So he's setting the guide up. And the kid 6 questions knows his stuff. Sorry, I didn't stay long enough at the view there. There's somebody behind me. God. Great interview last night. Thank you, Ghost. But that Ghost guy, what a smart A. And does he realize it's all seriousness discussion? I don't think he does. I don't think he does. He's ruining history, just like me. If we're striking for Pennsylvania, Volume 1 and 2. Oh, nice. Todd says, yes, Mike always knows the answers to his own questions. He always leads the witness. That's right. Tomorrow is AG Today. Tomorrow. Four good questions, David, or one stellar question? You know, see what you can do. I mean, you know, 6 questions has shown us that there is an art to questioning. Not just in the courtroom, but elsewhere. Excuse me. Meeting with a listener who came to consult on new studio equipment as far as cameras and a computer go. Damnation, man, nothing is cheap. Nothing is, well, things are cheap, but then, you know it. But, yeah. Buy good, buy once, exactly. And that's true. That's what you got to do. I remember as a kid, you know, of course, I got into things that weren't cheap, right? Like I got into music, and instruments aren't cheap. But my mom was like, "What? It's a guitar. So what if it's $30?" And I go, "Well, it's, you know, it's gonna break. It's gonna go out of tune. It's gonna warp. It's, you know." Well, if you want to play guitar, this is what you're getting. Okay, fine, you know. You're a kid, you know, you don't control the purse strings. You don't know. But you end up having to replace it with something better later anyway. So I learned a valuable lesson, which was for certain things, quality sometimes is commensurate with the price tag. Certain things. For example, I'm not going to pay $500 for a garment. Sorry. Because they're all crap. It's just somebody's logo that you have on it. You know, Calvin Klein, whoever that guy is. You know, but I will pay $500 for a microphone because I know a $500 microphone is going to serve me better than a $80 microphone. But yeah, although I also noticed that, like, we were looking at Blackmagic cameras, which, if you know anything about cameras, those are like pretty good cameras. 10 or so years ago when they first came out, when I was doing videography, they were expensive. And look really expensive. Now, they're very affordable, yet the quality is still good. So that's another thing that happens. You get really good quality, but at an affordable price. It's really amazing the way technology works, you know. You know it, brah. What's going on, Jeremy, brah? How you doing? Last book, Thunder at the Gates, is so good. Great learning about the 1st Connecticut regiments and their leaders. Thunder in the outhouse. Them's Yankees. Buying all this camera equipment was painful, taking a risk. Yeah, it's scary. It's scary. I mean, look, you look at it like this. If the business venture you bought it for doesn't pan out for you, now you've got quality stuff for like hobby photography or hobby videos, and you might find that accidentally success doing that. You never know. A wise man, well, I don't know if he was wise, but he was rich, and he gave me a little pearl of wisdom, and he said, when you try to make money, you never make money. And that's proven to be true in my life. Every time I try, I can't. And like, F it, I'm just gonna... I do. So, who knows? Jim, there's a reason that crab rangoon is so pricey in Chinese restaurants. Oh, all right, porta potty. I guess he's allowed to. He knows he's going the wrong way with his porta potties. Yeah, you just got to do homework on that. Oh, Jim says there's a reason why crab rangoon is so pricey at Chinese restaurants. The quality is outstanding. Crab rangoon. Beveled Blade says, I play synthesizers. I should have collected cars or priceless art. It's cheaper. Yeah, I know. I know. I was looking at the end of the year, last year, I was looking to get a Vox Continental. I would love to get my hands on an original, vintage, but this was the new one that I think, is it Roland or Korg? One of them puts out, so it's I'm assuming a sampled, not synthesized box. And they're cool. They have a lot more than just the Vox sound on it. But now I can't find them anywhere. So tomorrow's AG Today should also be an action-packed show. Let's see, we've got Reza from the Farmers Market coming on to announce the opening of the Farmers Market for 2024. And, look, even though you stay at a hotel and you eat at restaurants when you come and visit, I recommend you go there and support our local farmers and get yourself, especially if you like cherries during cherry season, come on down, get some cherries. They're delicious. And no one I'm aware of has gotten the trots like Robert E. Lee did. So I think you'll be safe. It's my favorite time of year. It's so sad when it's over, and but it's a fact of life that things come in seasons. But yeah, Bantam Roasters usually sets up a cart there. It's good stuff. Good stuff. Reissues aren't cheap unless it's Behringer. My first mixer for a podcast was the Behringer, and I liked it. I thought it. I mean, I didn't have multi-track; it was just a mixer. But what I liked about it was each channel I could assign effects to, so that helped us with bits every now and then. We used to do one where Governor Christie's belly would come on the show, and I would put the pitch corrector or pitch changer on my friend's channel and lower it. He did a great job as Governor Christie's belly. Has anyone I was gonna say, but you got me there. Battlefield looks empty today. Yeah, it's Wednesday. Wednesday in the spring. I don't see a lot of buses today, but I could just not be seeing them. Oh, Jumpmaster. I spend a ton on cherries too when they're in season, and I eat them too. I don't hold back. I love them. Oh, they're so fantastic. I'll go through. I don't know how they sell them, like, bunches or whatever. Like, I'll get 2 and go through them in a week. The most regular weeks of my life. But no, really, they're just, I love cherries. Oh, I lost my hand. Don't forget me when I'm gone. I'm glad you liked that interview last night, because I liked it a lot. And usually when I come away liking something, the audience, they don't say they dislike it. They're just not as enthused about it as I am. But the stuff I'm hearing seems to match, so that's always nice when you have that accidental agreement with the audience. Bo really liked it. He said afterwards, he goes, "You're good, but that was the best one you've done." And I'm like, "You haven't heard all of them, sir." But I think it was the part about John Wayne's feet. I think that's what got him. Which, by the way, I Googled that, and apparently it's true. Which I just, I can't believe that. I can't believe that. What are you doing?
Nothing. Walking down the street. Gotta be on the desk at 3.
Now watch what you say. I'm doing a live video here walking around, so say hi to everybody. They can't see it. It's pointing out the dashboard, but
Oh, it
or
is?
out the
Are you
windshield.
doing
yeah.
your drive-through?
I'm doing my drive, yeah.
I didn't cuss, did I?
No. That's why I stopped you before you did.
Oh my God, thanks a lot. Where are you going? I gotta be on the desk at 3.
Oh,
You
just
doing that
driving
live
through.
by?
I'm going to Culp's Hill.
Oh,
Yeah, the folks want to see it.
all right.
Yeah.
Well, I
So,
heard you
I like the beard.
Well, thank you.
You heard I got what?
Get a special guest coming on.
When?
I don't know. Somebody I might know, you might know.
Who?
Yeah.
Oh. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes. About the guide
Mhm.
exam.
Yeah, I think your viewers would like that.
I do too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so I've had four people come to me and say, you need to do a show about the guide exam because everybody's freaking out online, and they're getting everything wrong. So it's not just. So the park came to me, and then also 3 guides did. So we're doing 2 shows about the guide exam.
Oh, good.
One with Angie, and then one with
Good.
3 guides.
What was the name of that show, Orson Welles, where everybody freaked out, you know, with the aliens and stuff?
Oh, War of the Worlds.
War of the Worlds.
That's kind of like what's going on, yeah. That was Matt Atkinson, ladies and gentlemen, in case you didn't recognize the dulcet tones of Matthew's voice. That was a bump that I just went over. Todd, I was thinking that the other day that I should get out of the car and walk around. But I never have the time. I have to usually go somewhere and I just have some time to kill. So I do. Also, if I remember to, the problem is I have the phone plugged in to the system, and when I unplug it, the microphone goes out and doesn't come back. So then you guys can't hear me. And I always forget when I start the video to not do that. You know, I do it so that I don't lose battery. But actually, I have a meeting tonight about a series to do on YouTube. And I think you'll like it. And I think it'll satisfy and scratch that itch of yours for us to get out of the car. That's about it. It's a funding meeting. Because I called Kent Masterson Brown this morning and I said, say, hey, Kent, I know you got this witnessing history thing and you make these great videos. I just watched one on the American Revolution on YouTube this morning and I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. I have an idea for 2 video series to do. And, but of course I can't do anything simply, right? Because I'm an idiot this way. I have to complicate things, and I can't be happy with it if it's not the way I dream it. So, or as close as I can possibly get it. So in order to do it this way, I need people, which will require money, and I need a couple of pieces of equipment that will also require money. So where does one go to get funding for a video like you do? And he says, you ask. And I was like, okay. And he goes, yeah, just go around and find people who are, you know, that you think would, get behind something like that. So and which I already knew. And I have been doing that since the fall. So tonight is a follow-up on that, and then I have a phone call with somebody else about the same one. So of course, everything is like down to the wire because you got to film it in the warm weather. You know, so much stuff. Oh, but I do have my lottery tickets with me, so I'll have to check those. I might have won $1 billion. It's not $1 billion now, but a couple $100 million. So if I did, then all my prayers are answered. All my prayers are answered, and I am moving to an island that I'm going to buy in an undisclosed location and never deal with people again for the rest of my life.
Think about it. We're glad you did
Hey Christine, what's up, brah? I miss your sunset streams. We get to see Matt out of the car and in the wild. Yeah, I'll do those again. I'll do those again. Now that YouTube allows you to tilt the camera landscape, I will do those again this year. And Little Round Top will be open eventually, and then it'll be great to go back there and do them. Couple of tourists picnicking there. Where's Park Watch when you need them, right, guys? Glass Tiger, Don't Forget Me When You're Gone. When I'm Gone is my wife and mine song. Because of our first date, that song was paramount to it. I like that song. That's like one of those one-hit wonders. It was a really good song, you know. For a pop song, it was really good. Get you going. Is there a local store that sells hardtack and period appropriate foods? I know I've seen hardtack, not necessarily made. I've seen a little bag of flour and salt with the recipe for you to make it yourself at the visitor center. I am not certain, but I feel like I have seen it also at Maryland Sutler, but don't quote me on that. But I would go to Maryland Sutler and ask them. If you go to the visitor center to find it, it was they might have it in the bookstore, but I saw it at the snack bar in the back. Not the saloon, but the snack bar where you could go get like coffee or whatever. Okay, what are we doing? What are we doing? Are we pulling over to let me go, or are you just teasing me here? Okay, clearly that was a tease. Yes, the weevils are extra. Six questions, that's funny. Oh, well, there you go, Jumpmaster. I bought, oh, I'm sorry, that was Jim. I bought my already made hardtack at the Maryland Sutler. There you go. I'll go this way. Peter says, I wonder if selling hardtack to the public has to go through the same restrictions as other foods. I'm sure it's one of those things that nobody knows about, you know? But I don't know. I mean, what about selling hard candy? Like rock candy or something like that. Like, you know, but you're not a candy store. All the rules are so hard to figure out, and what makes sense is not necessarily what the rules are, and what the rules are don't necessarily make sense. Did I just say the same thing twice? I don't know. It felt different. It felt different. So I don't know if did I do one of these already this week? I don't know if I did, but if I didn't, or either way, we had that meet and greet at the Gettysburg Museum of History, and it was really cool. We had the studio open. People came up, saw the studio, got to meet other people who have, like, you know, fledgling history channels and stuff on YouTube. Oh, I did tell you this because there's a guy I met who has a sailing channel, or not channel, podcast. And damn it, I still can't remember the name of it, but it was a good name. It is a memorable name, but I have a bad memory, so, you know, obviously I can't remember it, but you would like it if you knew it. So we'll take we're gonna go to Sheets out on 30 via East Cavalry Field. Kind of taking a roundabout way, but we're gonna do that. Then I gotta check my lottery tickets, get some gas, and go to another meeting. This is my week of meetings. I thought I'd have off. So once again, I said to Dave, I'm taking April off. I need it. He's like, good idea. So he didn't really book a lot of things. There's a couple of things I have to do recording wise. But for the most part, he didn't book anything. And my whole damn week fills up by Monday afternoon. I have to learn to say no. I just can't, because I'm afraid of missing an opportunity. Like, you know, somebody asks you to meet with them or do something this week and you say no, sooner or later they're just going to stop asking. So that's how my stupid brain works. There's the Daniel Lady Farm on the left. There's a feature, I'm sure other cars have this, I know other cars have this, but it's new to me. My cruise control, where if you go too close to the lines, it steers you away. Okay, relax. That's pretty neat. Since you're not saying no, do you want to have a meeting next week? I have an opportunity to discuss with you. Involves you mowing my grass. Oh, suddenly I've learned to say no. It was a lot easier than I thought it would be. And away we go. Yes, we're out on East Cavalry Field. It is quite nice out here. This is a nice day out. I got yelled at by the people who live in the Rummel House on East Cavalry Battlefield. It was about 500 yards from the house, and they told me I was trespassing. Huh? Well, you might have been on their property. So the thing about out here is, and I don't know exactly where all the boundaries are, but the park doesn't own all of this. And the Rummel Farm is in private hands. I don't know how large that property is, but it's very conceivable that you were on their property. I don't know, though. I don't know exactly where the property lines are. I mean, you could look at a map and it'll show you the boundaries, but I don't have one handy, so I really can't. I really can't tell you specifically. Oh, wait, Todd says the lady was very mean too. She got in her car and drove up to me while I was walking along the park road. Now, were you ever off the park road? Because you could have innocently wandered into a field thinking it was park and it was really theirs. And then she had to come out and tell you. You know, I don't understand. I don't understand people sometimes. Like the effort it takes to get in your car and drive out to this person to tell them something. You're but you're not trespassing when you're on the park road. So what is she talking about? What are you talking about? Everything off the road is private through there, but it should be a ROW through there for the park right away. Okay. You can basically walk on the road, but you off it. Hi, Eric. All right, so that makes sense. That's kind of what I was suspecting. I don't remember who told me, but I think that the park owns very little off the road out there. She was very aggressive for someone who lives on a national park. Well, and so that's the thing. It's like, okay, so it may be your property. Why is there a rule park has where you can't put up a no trespassing sign, or you can't put anything up to indicate that it's private property? And do you really expect a tourist to know? I mean, like, you know, nobody understands this stuff. There's stuff out here that's nothing's marked. You know, I can understand saying, excuse me, sir, from now on, please don't cross that where the mowing stops and the crops begin, that's the property line. Please don't cross that for the future. That's perfectly reasonable. But to go and just start yelling at somebody as if they knew, or as if, there's some kind of information that is disseminated to everybody who steps foot in the park about where they can go and where they can't. I mean, that's ridiculous. And right, you live in a national park. Like, how do you not expect that that's going to happen? And if you don't like it, then move out of the national park or put up a fence. But the park probably won't let them do that. So then put something up. I mean, I don't know. Have a guard with a high-powered rifle in a guard tower, and you see somebody, just shoot him. I don't know. What can you do? Mike says the park handout does not do a good job of delineating park and private property at East Cavalry Field. No. But you also don't want to mar the battlefield with signs everywhere. I remember one time, this was years ago, a couple friends of mine and I wanted to go down to the slider farm, and so we drove. And whoever was staying in the slider farm, instead of coming out and saying, "Hey guys, you're not allowed to drive down here," called law enforcement. And all of a sudden we look down it's a long dirt road, and we look down and we see this cop kicking up dust like there's a mass murder going on. And he comes down and all aggressive gets out of the car, and he's like, "You supposed to be here?" And we're like, "We're not. Like, I thought this was the national park." He goes, "You didn't see the sign?" "No, I didn't see a sign." "Well, you're not allowed to drive down here. You can walk, but you can't drive." "Oh, okay, well, we'll leave." We didn't know that. And as we're leaving, we're looking for this sign, and it's the size, I'm exaggerating only slightly, but it's the size of a picture for your glass. And it was hidden by a bush. Who the hell sees that? Maybe legally there's a sign, it's posted, it doesn't need to be visible. I don't know if that's true or not. But reasonably, it should be visible. And then I think you have a little more ground to come and be all angry and aggressive at people. But people, I don't know. It doesn't matter if they're a private citizen or law enforcement. People are people. People, you don't know what their day was like. You don't know what's behind it. And they just get angry. Because, it's the first time you're being told that that's private property. But it's the 800th time they've had to tell a tourist to stay off their property. And I understand the anger. I don't understand the aggression, but I understand the anger behind it. And there's two sides to every story. All right, let's see. First, I'm going to go in here and see if I won the lottery so that I know if I can get gas or not. And then I might get gas. Otherwise, you guys have yourselves a great day. Let me see. Wait, hold on. Let me catch up on your things here. There are no signs anywhere. No, there are no signs anywhere. Peter, why are you buying camera stuff? Gonna podcast? Says Kevin. Eric says, is it the size of John Wayne's hand? It's just as small as John Wayne's hand. Ghost of Sickles Lake says, again, you buy property on a national park and yet you're an a-hole about it. Truly a clown show. I would be more accommodating to those who trespass. Yes, forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Maybe his tiny lady feet. Okay, first of all, they weren't lady feet. They were just tiny. I had to go back and watch Three's Company because of the episodes from last night. Mike, did you find that episode? Because I searched on YouTube, I Googled it, and it's like Three's Company for some reason is like really protected. I can't find much of it anywhere. If you found it, please send it to me because I want to see that scene again. I had a neighbor's lawn care company keep parking on my property, told the same guy over and over, put large rocks to block them. That's different, Peter. That's they should know. It's probably a lot more obvious where one property ends and one property begins there. I'm guessing. I don't know. I've never seen your house. Good day, all, and hit the damn like button. I agree, Ghost. Hit the like button. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you, Eric. Kevin, work in progress. Okay, great. You guys have yourselves a great day. See you tomorrow on AG Today. We'll have Reza on, and then Bo Brinkman and Chris Weber coming on to talk about an exciting new thing for the Gettysburg area that they are putting together. And we'll also talk about an event, actually 4 events that we're holding at the seminary all summer long, once a month. It's going to be a lot of fun. So tune in tomorrow. Oh, and then also whatever chaos ensues. Have a good one.